You had one of our brothers that received a cashier's check, and he went to his credit union, Georgia's own actual credit union, and he tried to cash the check. But I want you to watch the problems that he had trying to cash his check.
Are you refusing me service? Are you refusing to cash my check?
That's what you had, so you did the password.
I didn't add a password, and I don't need a password to cash that check. Now you can talk to my attorney. I don't have to have a password. That check is written out to me from your bank. So if that check was written to a person that didn't have an account here, they couldn't cash it, even though it's written on even though it's written from Georgia's own. You refusing to cash the check? Are you refusing to cash the check?
The limit is $5,000.
Are you refusing to cash the $5,000? It's being recorded. Are you refusing to cash it? Your microphone isn't on. Your phone isn't on. I can't hear you.
Sir, give us the password. So
I
we
don't
can
use a password. I don't use a password. If you see that account, I cash checks all the time with Georgia's own, and I've never used a password to cash a check. And even if I did, you do not have to have a password to cash a check written from Georgia's own, from me on my own money.
You have a password on your
No, I
account?
do
I'm
not.
just
I
asking
don't
for
have
the
a password to have a password to cash a check.
Sir, we know our
That's
policies
banking
here.
discrimination, and it will be dealt with. That's banking discrimination. You're being recorded, and it will be dealt with. I'm glad you think it's funny.
You have a password
I do not
on
have a
your account, and I'm
password.
simply asking you for it.
She told me she could only cash $5,000, and she would have to deposit $2,000. Now you're saying, oh well, you need a password. You keep coming up with different reasons that you don't want to cash the check.
Look into your account, and it says you have a password.
No. Georgia's own wrote that check. They wrote that check, and I have my proper identification, and you're refusing to cash it.
Sir, I'm asking you for your password.
I don't have a password for that account. I
suggest
never
you
had
come
to have
in
a
on Monday.
password. I never had to have a password. They wrote me that check, and you're refusing to cash it. What's your name?
My name is Kay Birchall.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Now, most places, when you give a cashier's check, the check has already been paid for, is cleared, and all of that. Most places just want an ID. That's it. Especially if you're a member, your ID, they may ask you a member number, but that's usually further they're going to go with you at the credit union. Sound like to me that maybe they are just kind of jealous of the amount of money you're bringing in, because you know how them folks are. They see black folks coming there with certain amounts of money, they just, and they can't say the money wasn't, it wasn't good because it was the cashier's check. That's why I like direct deposit. I like, any type of wires or something like that to pay me, because I don't like going into the banks. I don't like going into the credit unions unless I absolutely have to, because you minimize some of the issues that you possibly could have if you do the majority of your banking, online. Because really, the way things are set up in America, you don't have to see too many people in the bank unless you're trying to go in there and get certain type of loans, or you need to show your face, like maybe a business loan. But hell, you can get a car loan, home loan started online. You ain't got to see any of them people. But that's the woes that black people got to deal with, unfortunately. Now, if it was me and they were acting that way with me, and say, you know what? I'll figure out a way to get the check cashed. And then after they cash my check, I'm going to say, I would open me up another account somewhere else. I would wire all my money in that account over to my new account. And then I'll go in there and say, I want to close this account. Because don't go in there and just want to close your account and say, well, give me a check. Oh, well, the check may take, a week. No. That's what, to prevent all that, just electronically send your money to your new account. That's what you go do. And that way they ain't got to give you a thing other than, hey, close my account. Why are you closing it? Well, I came in here trying to cash a check. Y'all was giving me the runaround about cashing my check, a cashier's check at that, not a personal check from somebody, a cashier's check that's already been cleared. A cashier's check, and I just refuse for anybody to treat me that way because if you treat me like this, what you gonna do with my money? So no, I'm shutting this thing down, and that's it. And the black folks will shut their accounts down when they had these experiences on top of suing. Then they have to be coming out with some new rules and having some act right.